Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with the Historical Immersion Project as the Empire of Spain. In the last episode we took another duchy from Galicia, or the remainder of the duchy that we didn't already hold, so we have a truce with them again, which we're waiting to expire so we can take another duchy. I mentioned before that we could just get a claimant to the kingdom and press the whole claim, and press their claim and take the whole kingdom in one go, but I do prefer to do it this way because we can make sure all the duchies are properly organized and held by a single duke and that kind of thing. Okay, so our summer fair is happening, which is good. And my co-conspirator has assembled a party of mercenaries, yes, because we're trying to kill the king of Serbia, I guess, so that we can consolidate Serbia and Croatia, which I guess is good for some reason. I suppose it makes him more powerful, more able to defend his interests over there. We do also have some land of our own over here that we inherited, which I would probably like to get rid of somehow. An errant monk is disturbing the summer fair by preaching about sins and the end of the world. His drivel is frightening some, but most of the crowd around him is mocking and laughing at him. So we can say he's just another part of the entertainment, lose 5 piety, and annoy a bishop, or kick him out, giving a little bit of a revolt risk. I'm not too worried about revolt risk, so we can do that. Okay, my courtier with 26 martial claims he would be a better marshal than the duke, which he would be, considerably. He's already not especially happy with me. He's reasonably happy, but not maxed out, so I'm going to say no to that. Okay, success. The mercenaries ambushed the carriage of the king and made short work of him. They let the driver go, and he's convinced the attack was carried out by highwaymen. Alright, so now Croatia owns that land. I suppose we could just grant him independence right now. He's a lucky ruler. So it's possible he could resist a war by Croatia here. That's not part of de jure Croatia, so they wouldn't have a claim, I think. Wouldn't have a CB, at least not immediately. I'm just going to grant him independence. I'm not really interested in conquering any more land for him or anything. Yeah. He's not a Catholic de jure vassal. Do I have the kingdom title? Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. So if I grant him the kingdom title, I should be able to grant him independence. Kingdom of Bosnia. There you go, enjoy. Let's see how our friend in Maghreb is doing. He is attacking King Duncan the Great of Scotland, who is also a lucky ruler. Been called in by France to that one apparently, which is fine. All of his holdings still have the new administration modifier. Not sure exactly how long it's been since the Crusade, but that will be expiring not for another 15-ish years. So that's fine. How is his religious conversion doing? Reasonably well. He's got a good chunk of the land Catholic now, which is nice. Peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players, and the other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. It was great fun while it lasted. And we gained a tithe, which is nice. My constant public displays of affection with my lover seem to be getting out of hand. Who is my lover? Not my wife, anyway. Alright, my uncle's widow. Fair enough. This courtier had the audacity to suggest that we were going too far, touching, feeling, hugging, groping, and kissing in front of everyone. You must stop it, it's embarrassing us all. So, like, groping comes before kissing, I guess. Even kissing, that's the worst possible thing. 70% of no effect, 30% chance we getting chased, or we can try to act more modestly in public, annoying the princess. And I see here, at least we're not copulating in public. Yeah, now, come on, be reasonable. Okay, we'll make her happier. So we gained more castle towns. Should increase our income. And my vassals are meeting to discuss my rule. I think they're relatively happy. Mostly. I think we had one or two dukes who were a little grumpy. Toledo is not especially happy, but he's positive. Excuse me, she's positive. A couple below 50. Otherwise, nothing too bad. They want to commend my rule of the realm. Excellent. So we gain prestige and extra vassal opinion. So our monthly income is up to 27, which is nice. These are more castle towns. Let's spend some more money on probably these holdings. And my feast is beginning, okay. If we can upgrade the castle towns further, we'll do that. Who knows, if we increase our income enough, we might actually be able to support our own domain troops when we raise them. Which we actually haven't done for a while. Okay, we had a son. An ugly son named after me. I'll try not to take that as any kind of an insult. The conjurer produced a rabbit from a hat, then made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and then he simply vanished from the room, only to knock on the door and open it a few seconds later. Yep, we'll have him perform at our feast. A troop of wandering jongleurs arrived at the castle. They looked a bit ragged, but their performance entertained the whole castle. Perhaps I should think about offering them my patronage. Or patronage. Or patronage. Which I will. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. Let's spend all the money. Okay, send out the invitations. All is ready, the cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked lovelier. Everyone drank and were happy except Baron Facundo, who refused more wine. This insulting gesture means he does not appreciate my hospitality. What a jerk. Duke usurped or revoked a barony, that's fine. The conjurer's magic tricks enchanted and charmed my guests at the feast. The women squealed with delight when he produced a rabbit from his hat, and the men laughed when he made my crown disappear and then found it under the jester's hat. Gained 10 prestige, and the Duchess of Segovia is especially happy. What would a feast be without entertainment? The jongleur's dexterity and skill impressed and captivated my guests, making me very pleased with them. And she also really likes that, okay. Not sure why she especially is extremely pleased with all the entertainment, but there you go. The bishop spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I had worked to ensure that the food was the best part of the feast. Alright, thanks. And Bishop Fernando refused more wine. Wow. How rude. All of these bishops. Why do they hate wine? Apparently just literally all of the bishops are refusing more wine. Okay. The last of my guests has returned home, and everyone agreed it was this year's greatest feast. Okay, good. Okay. One of our dukes is getting involved in a war. We could kill the Count of somewhere because we're his heir. We don't really need to do that though. We aren't at our domain limit, but I'd rather reach it by building another castle than by inheriting a random county. We can also kill the King of Croatia. I guess because we would inherit. Oh, if I'd known that, I probably would have held on to Bosnia and then granted, well, then he wouldn't be of my dynasty. Never mind. I don't think I really want to inherit Croatia. He should just have some children, if he knows what's good for him. His wife is chaste, though, so that might be difficult. Alright, well, good luck. I won't kill you. Probably. So, a couple more years to go for our truce. That's fine. Well, let's check out what else is going on. Looks like, up here, Jasvuin has expanded into its pretty much entire de jure territory, it looks like. Oh, and even more. And Lion has conquered Connacht. Is this Wales? Wales has conquered Meath? Okay. Fair enough. Alba's still looking pretty strong and in control of the rest of England there. It's in a couple of wars. Anti-Papal War. Alright, still a lucky ruler, of course. Up here, Sweden's looking fairly strong, I think. He's having a revolt, though. Maybe multiple revolts? Yeah, okay. Denmark looking almost exactly like de jure Denmark, I think. Yeah, they have one extra county, which is nice. Ruthenia looking pretty strong over here. Roman Empire hasn't made any moves to reclaim any land from the Seljuks, who seem to have gotten over the revolt problems I think they were having before. Alright. And Maghreb, of course, looking totally fine down here. Looks like he's going to be able to stay in power pretty nicely. So, my daughter-in-law seeks to see my son dead. Don't do that, probably. Prefer if you didn't. And why don't we go on a grand hunt again? Which will be a few months. We can legitimize somebody. Is this the inbred one, I think? We should also try to ransom our prisoners, which we have a few of. My son asked me for a fief of his own. I'll mention a church career. More castle towns getting built. Should increase our income even further. My lover accused me of loving my spouse, Empress Anne, more than her. So we can spend 76 gold for a gift, or take her to a country manor for some quality time. We could possibly gain the trait Lustful. Assure her of importance by words only, or tell her that she is absolutely correct. Let's take her to my country manor for some quality time. And I did become lustful. Alright then. So I'm not sure if this updated already. Guess it did. I think it was 27 before, up to 29. Or I could be wrong about that. I will find the white stag. Possibly. The day did not bring any game at all. It had been a futile hunting trip with my guests, and my face still burned with shame when the gamekeeper told me about deer parks. So I can gain the trait Ambitious, which I already have, so not a big deal there. Or because I already have Ambitious, I can gain Master Hunter, giving me extra monthly prestige and Martial for a year. Half a year. Okay. Something stupendous must be awaiting us, so we can gain the trait Diligent, which we don't already have. But also a chance of being wounded. Yeah, let's do that. Our hunting party has cornered a large bear. A small argument amongst the hunters regarding who should get to kill the bear has nearly turned into a brawl. So we can gain Wrath, which we already have. Or we can do this one with a chance of being wounded or maimed, but also permanent gain of 1 martial. Or a chance of it. Sure, let's do that. I think we gained 1 martial, I'm not sure. A waste of money, a waste of time, but oh so good it felt. The pleasures of life make everything feel less tiresome and more delightful. So we can get Sweet Temptation, giving extra fertility and lower temple vassal opinion. Or lower fertility and more temple vassal opinion. Sure, we'll be extremely fertile. We'll be fine. I'm proud of my hunting abilities. Okay. Kinsman, the King of Serbia and Croatia, is calling us into a war against the King of Bosnia, our former vassal, who we granted independence to. I'll accept. We'll see exactly what's going on over here. I guess. The contested title is the barony here, so the barony that's still held by Bosnia, I see. They're trying to take it from him. Looks like they have him slightly outnumbered. Though they're going to let him attack the smaller stack here. It is in the hills. If they get that reinforced pretty quickly, it could be okay. Looks like they did. Though, of course, we know that the King of Bosnia is a ridiculous martial character and is most likely leading this battle, so maybe that'll help them out. Son was born to my daughter-in-law, okay. Shouldn't be in line to inherit, I think. Well, it looks like a very close battle. Shame we can't actually see it. So the Kaiser wants to marry himself to my kinswoman. That won't give us any kind of alliance, I'm assuming, since she's not a close relative. Guess I'll allow it, though. Why not? Yep, it looks like Croatia has lost that battle. I guess we could consider bringing some troops over to actually help them out. Though it looks like Galicia has also been called in. And Maghreb. I'll go over and help. I'm going to actually raise my personal levies. Which is kind of a dangerous thing to do, because if we lose them, we are going to run the risk of having factions pop up, but that's okay. Let's raise a few fleets from our vassals, which I'm not going to count because I'm lazy. I'll just assume that's enough. And how much is this costing us? Now, we're still not making enough money to actually support our own domain troops. That wasn't enough. Almost, though. Just thinking of celibacy makes me shiver, but at the same time, something seems amiss in my life. What is this emptiness inside of me? Let's lean towards hedonism. That sounds like more fun. Should be enough now. Looks like Maghreb is landing a comically tiny army over here, which is not a good idea. But once our army gets there, we have the Bosnian army pretty well outnumbered, so we should be able to win that one. But we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to do that in the next one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.